to Vintage Bricks. We are in our final segment of the fantasy era. I'm a little flushed. I was running to the upstairs layer and to the downstairs layer to get the sets kind of out here. And this is not the diorama. These are just the sets sitting out. I'm missing the medieval market, which I have, but I don't have room for that. We'll have to do that another time. Any questions about the sets, hon?
No, they just kind of overwhelm me a little bit.
It is, and so I found it interesting. This is one of the instruction booklets, and on the back they have an interesting thing where ships are going, and then they have, the hillsides. I'm going to try to recreate a version of that on some card tables in the middle here, and put these sets on there, and that'll be my diorama. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, here we have the fantasy era. The fantasy era, of course, was made up of 4 different, I call them factions. So here are the 4 factions. We have the Crown Knights. They live in the valley here, the nice little castle. And then the Dwarves that live in the hills. They got the gold for the Crown Knights, a real business relationship. But oh no, the Skeletons with the evil wizard. They came in with their ships. They were attacking for the gold and the gems. The Trolls and Orcs wanted some too, and they came in across the water. So there you have it. Those are 4 factions. Fantasy era, came out after Lord of the Rings came out. So everybody was into this big fantasy thing, and I am too, of course. This is 2007 to 9 or 10, and over here we have our skeletons, and the skeletons here were led by the evil wizard, and the evil wizard, he had his own, dragon, and he had his own ship, and to get to attack the Crown Knights, they had to go by water. At least to my diorama. So the ship came in handy. The ship comes out so the captain can rest there. And so he's coming around here, and then to our right here we have our other evil faction, the Trolls and Orcs, and they had a very menacing fort here. Now the Castle Knights are onto them because the Crown Knights are onto them. They're coming and attacking here with the Golden Knight, who is really the star of the Knights, and they're attacking the Trolls, trying to get in there. So that's slowing them down a little bit. This is just an epic, I call it the Battle of the 4 Armies. So now back over here, the stronghold of the Crown Knights. Things look a little bit, it's tough. They're kind of being overwhelmed a little bit. They had their own dragons though, and so that was a plus. And to get into their base here, one thing, they had to go over this drawbridge here, and we had another Golden Knight fending off the skeleton and the Trolls down here. Now you'll notice back over here, the Trolls had their own ships, and they would come in and make a landing and storm the gates here. And fortunately we have another set here, which are the good guys here too. These are the Dwarves. The Dwarves, they didn't want to be a part of this, but they really aligned themselves, of course, with the Crown Knights, because they weren't bad. They're bad guys. They lived underground mainly. So here we have it. We have the Trolls and the skeleton trying to sweep in from the right and sweeping in from the left. You'll notice we have the skeletons here and the Trolls at the same time coming in here and all trying to get in here. The outcome of this is up in the air. Any questions about the epic conclusion of the fantasy era review?
Well, now I see why we needed to stop at Michael's today, because you had to get this blue background for water. It's water.
Yeah, that's why the ships are on it.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been a little odd to have that on the not on the water.
Yes.
And then we have some of these nice rocks I got from our garden outside, brought in for the moment.
Very, very helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
We got some rocks here too.
A bonus. Those are the bonus rocks there. So you don't want to crash on the rocks. So hope you all enjoy it. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week. It's not going to be the fantasy era. Something equally as exciting, and so I hope we all enjoy it.
Okay.
Thanks for visiting.
Bye.